it's the final stop to former Yugoslavia as we turn to a country that has been a little bit mixed in terms of their results, but the last 2 years have been giving us some big numbers, that's for sure. But will this song this year be our particular friend, or will it be a case of a particular off-case guilty pleasure? Let's find out together. Roll titles. Good evening, everybody. My name is Jamie Jew and welcome back to a brand new video where once again I react to another entry in this year's Eurovision Song Contest. And this time we are turning our attention, which unfortunately did a bit of a Denmark twice by qualifying, or more to the point, not qualifying, for 4 years straight in a row of 2010 and 2013 to 2018, technically to 2022. I know 2020 was cancelled, get over it, will ya? But in 2023 they decided to revive their fortunes by producing a load of tractors and taking the mick out of dictators. Kind of ironic given these days. And even producing a bit of, well, let's just face it, good old baby lasagna. It is, of course, the chaotic brilliance that is Croatia. But who will be baby lasagna's successor this year? Well, specifically, it has gone from one Marko, because that's his real name, to another Marko in the form of Marko Bos. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I do apologise in advance, but he seems like a interesting kind of character, that's for sure. And he'll be performing the song Poison Cake. Now, I have heard this, I think, a couple of times already on my phone, but it's the first proper time I get to listen through the headphones, so I get proper listening through and how I feel about it all. Although that being said, I'm not expecting much again fully, but this is the first proper time I've seen the national final performance, so we'll see what happens. Put it this way, I don't expect it to be another one of those. How can you top that from last year? But nevertheless, before I dive into it, I would of course encourage you guys as always to subscribe to my Eurovision YouTube channel, because I'll be reacting to all 37 participating countries in this year's competition, doing some live streams for the national finals, although I've only got one to go in the form of Melodifestivalen, which will be fun to say the least. And of course, I will be keeping up to date with all my latest countdowns, etc. Got to do Portugal, actually. We'll keep an eye out for that. Thank you very much in advance. Otherwise, without any further ado, it's now time to dive into my reactions to Croatia. And without any further ado, parlay. This is coming from the national final performance, this one. Go Marko. I heard this was originally the fan favourite beforehand, but see what it's like. Oh, upside down. Nope, we're spinning like a washing machine. Ooh, okay. And we're spinning around as well. Ooh, pointy shoulders of the hands. Slick back hair as well. Okay. And some sort of stage opening door thing. Trying to go jolly and everything and happy doopy. And it goes dark. Ooh, bite! It's trying to go too hard, too fast, I feel, maybe with this one. It's definitely sort of like Dracula, evil antagonist kind of look. I do like his outfit, I'm not gonna lie. It does make you look as if he's from Transylvania rather than Croatia. Look, he's even got a cape and everything. Don't know what that woman's doing on the floor. I think it's not a bad beat or anything. It's definitely not bad. It takes your attention for sure, but I'm trying to think maybe if it's trying to a bit too hard to get your attention, especially with all the. I mean, it's definitely pretty decent, in my opinion. And they try to go jolly and everything else like that. And then it tries to go whash with the poison bit. That's pretty clever, but I'm just wondering if this is even memorable in the slightest. Because I'm not so sure I'm going to remember it afterwards. That's what you need with a Eurovision entry in general. You need something memorable. And I feel like there's a lot going on to try and make it seem memorable in certain points. Whoa! That was a bit flat with the shouting up there. Oh, he's going again. Oh, needs to work on his vocals, I feel, maybe. I mean, he's tried his best. Yeah, I think he's lacking a bit on the vocal department, unlike another Marko. But it's certainly going hard and fast and everything. Okay, that was a bit better at the end. Okay. I don't know what to expect with that one. But now I've got a good idea. Alright, so I'll give it a couple more listens for sure. But in the meantime, here are, of course, my thoughts. Okay, so, like, trouble is, though, with this one, as I already mentioned, I've listening to it a few times. Half the time, I'm either just spending my time sort of thinking about something else, like, or what am I having for dinner, or looking at the next scene on Instagram, or TikTok, or thinking, I don't know, is the sky blue? Don't get me wrong, there is a lot of things to take away which could get a bit of an impact from some people in the audience, such as the fact that you've got the sort of nicey ditsy doody doo be, where they sort of talk about chocolate sprinkles and all the rest of it with the lyrics, and then they try to go hard and the poison cake because I'm trying to be evil with you. And there's a lot of good elements with the song, and it's certainly not a bad song in any way, shape, or form, but this is forgettable. I'm sorry, Croatia. Look, obviously, last year was going to be a tough act when it came to Baby Lasagna, and indeed for Mama Shush for that matter. Like, both of those were incredible acts in their own right, especially Rim Tim Tagi Dim, so it was always going to be a bit tough. I mean, look, the national final this year was a little bit lackluster to say the least, and the fact that many people are kind of forgetting about this entry or not even taking it into consideration, it just goes to show that really how far they slumped within the space of a year. What a difference it makes. I'd say definitely the staging element is probably his best bit with those open doors and the extra dancers. And I think a lot of the choreography work was very well done, especially with those 4 female dancers. So it certainly elevates it, that's for sure. And I do feel his vocals were, for the most part, pretty good, aside from right at the end. Probably might need to work on them, but there's always time for that. And I feel Marko was a very competent performer, very professional, very charismatic as well. He'll certainly stare at the camera, do all the movements, the shoulders and everything else like that. Seems to be a bit of a lot of shoulders all of a sudden, ever since a certain Dutch person came about, isn't there? And even though, as I already mentioned, it's not a bad song, I just cannot remember it, and I think a lot of people are going to be struggling with this as well. If I can't remember it, then I fear the worst for it when it comes to the semi-final, and I mean, it's in a tough first semi as well. What with the first semi, it being in the first semi-final, it's not good. Not good, Croatia. Sorry. So yeah, I really do think this is going to actually struggle to get out, and I'm predicting right now for this to not qualify from the final, which I'm really sorry to say. Like, I know you have Baby Lasagna, I know I keep mentioning it every 5 bloody seconds, but yeah, this ain't happening this year. Sorry, guys. I love you. I love Croatia. I just feel this one's lacking a little bit something. It's trying too hard with so much action, so much emphasis on the staging and the power of the song. I feel like it's lost the simplicity in regards to that. So Croatia, good effort, but sorry, it's lacking this year. Sorry. And that about does it for this particular video on my reaction to Croatia. But never mind what I think, please do let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you see Croatia actually chaotically going towards the final and even perhaps winning it all? Or is it just perhaps a bit too lacklusterly, too much for you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, you know the drill by now. Subscribe for more of my Eurovision juicy goodness. Smash a like button on this video for good measure. And of course, ring the bell to get notified about my latest videos. Catch you again in the next one. Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye.